Good evening, everybody. I hope you all are doing well. It is Tuesday night. It is 8 p.m. Eastern. My name is Rich. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you all being here. It is December 7th. It is Tuesday night at 8 p.m. So we are going to play 3 rounds of old school Magic. So let's take, well, first things first, of course, we need to make sure that we adjust the our color chooser. So let's spin the wheel and see what random color we will have for the frame that is around me today. And it looks like we're going to go with purple. So let's turn on the purple, turn off the gold, and then let's take a look at tonight's deck, shall we? All right, red, green, aggro, mid-range. So as I teased on social media, it does contain a very, very old school combo that is Channel Fireball. Back in the day, obviously, Channel Fireball was a little bit more prevalent because of the fact that you could play multiple Lotuses and multiple Moccasin and things of that nature. But for the most part, it got even better when it came to the release of Arabian Nights. You go turn 1 and Curd Ape, turn 2 you attack with the Curd Ape, and then Channel Fireball your opponents, and you have yourself a cushion for your life total. So we've got Curd Apes, we've got Channel, we've got Fireball, Regrowth, 1 copy of Berserk, 4 copies of Chain Lightning, 4 copies of Lightning Bolt, the 2 on Color Moccasin, a bunch of lands, a Chaos Orb, Granite Gargoyles, and Script Sprites, Giant Growths, Ernemgens, and we've got Llanowar Elves. So, and our sideboard tonight is going to consist of red Elemental Blasts, Concordant Crossroads, a couple of Shatters, 2 Falling Stars, an Icy Manipulator, 2 Tranquilities, 1 Wheel of Fortune, a Tormod's Crypt, and an Ice Storm. So, we will have to see how things go today, and we should be getting our pairings here momentarily. So I do appreciate everybody who is here tonight. This is the deck, this is me, and we're going to play some old school Magic tonight. So just so you are aware, my regularly scheduled stream, you're watching it right now. I play 3 rounds of old school Magic on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's part of the Northern Paladin's Tuesday Night Gauntlet. So don't forget to follow, turn on those notifications so that you know when I go live. If you want some more information regarding the Northern Paladins, the Tuesday Night Gauntlet, the Paladin Magic that we play here on Tuesdays on stream, or even the Alpha 40 League, or even Paladin Dragon Highlander, head on over to northernpaladins.com. The link is currently in the chat, and you can grab some information there. So tonight, in between rounds, I am going to be doing something a little bit special. I've touched on it before. Stream sponsor Card Garden. One thing that they have done is that they have started doing a Patreon, and each month, depending on your Patreon value, you get a pack of cards that is at equal or greater value of your Patreon level. So there's $20, $50, and $100 level, and I have a $20 level, and DJ from Card Garden has been gracious enough to also give me one of the $100 level packs to open here on the stream today. So I do not know what's in them. I am looking forward to that, and we'll be doing that in between rounds today. So it looks like my first round opponent is going to be Steven. So Steven will be here in the stream, I'm sure, momentarily, and then we will be able to get some things going here on the stream, and we'll be playing some old school Magic. Hope everybody's having a great day today. Hope you're having a good evening. We've been running some decks that have been taking a little bit of time recently. So I'm hoping that with the deck that we are running today, that matches don't go, all the way through the entire 50 minutes or whatnot. But we'll have to see. So we will see what happens, and we'll go from there. No, okay, that was the wrong notification. That was, oh, there he is. Okay, there we go. How's it going? How you doing tonight?
All right. All right. How are you? How many streamers on? Or have you watching the stream?
I didn't have that window open, so we have. I don't know. It's taken a little while for it to open up, so I don't see at the moment. But I do appreciate everybody who is here as always. So. It's still early, so normally what happens, very first thing is that we'll have a few people, and then more people will trickle in as the stream goes on. Generally get around a dozen people on average, so a lot of times during the first match or so we'll have 4 or 5 people watching live, and then we'll get up to 10 or so. It really depends on a lot of different things, but caffeinated. Yes, I said the word trickle. But all right. So how have you been?
All right. How are you?
Not bad. Been a couple weeks since I've talked to you, so hope everything's well.
Yeah, no, it's been busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess there was a couple weeks there where I couldn't play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess now we're moving into the winter, so.
Yeah. You can just do whatever. You're fine.
Anyway. Yeah, you playing in the Winter Derby?
Probably. I did not play in the Summer Derby, but I had so much going on. So, but I should be playing in the Winter Derby. For those who are not aware, the Winter Derby is an old school Magic tournament. It is multiple rounds, multiple days. It takes place over the course of 6 weeks or something along those lines. So it is a really fun old school Magic webcam event. So do you want to choose even or odd?
I'll choose odd.
Okay. It is odd. It is a 5.
All right.
All right. You can go. Good luck, my friend.
All right. I'll be on the play.
Thank you.
Yeah. I missed the Summer Derby just because I forgot about it. Like when I was like, oh yeah, I should sign up for that, and I was like, oh wait, it starts today.
Summer Derby was hard this year because we just got our new camper, and we just we wanted to use it, so I didn't want to schedule matches for my opponents and then not be able to actually play. Cardbreaker says I used to run fire sprites in a deck so I could run more forests and run bloodless. That's awesome. The funny thing is, Cardbreaker, I had a very similar conversation with somebody about fire sprites last week, so that is actually pretty funny. I'm gonna try to keep this. You can do whatever. You're fine. Earthworm Jim, thank you for joining us. Earthworm Jim is not playing in the tournament today. He's had a long day at work, so he decided to sit back and relax and enjoy the show. So I appreciate you joining me in the chat today. Hope you and your wife are doing well.
Tucking that. And I'm ready.
Alrighty.
You ready?
Yep, do your worst.
Alright. I'll play the Ruins. No.
What was that?
Plateau.
Okay, Plateau.
And Ivory Tower.
Plateau, Ivory Tower. So that puts you at 4 cards, correct?
Yep.
Okay. I will draw. So I will play a mountain, and I will play an emerald, and I will play a Kurdape, and I will say go. We got 5 cards.
Draw.
Won some packs of that deck. Nice.
Play a Plains.
Mm-hmm.
I'll disintegrate the Kurdape.
Okay. He is exiled.
And I'll pass.
Alright. Untap. Draw. Ruby. Forest. Urnum Gin.
Yeah.
Go ahead. 3 cards.
Yep. Draw. Alright, now I'll play a Ruins and I'll pass.
Okay. And you have 3 cards?
Yep.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Attack for 4.
Yep. Good.
Put you at 16?
16. Yep.
And then I will say go. 4 cards.
Yep. Draw. Plains. Tome.
That's a book. Sure. And you have 2 cards?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. All set?
Yep.
Alrighty. Untap. Draw. Attack for 4.
Yep. 12.
And Curt Ape. Go ahead.
Yep. Draw. Alright, I'll tome.
Okay.
Play Rainbow Veil.
Alrighty.
And I'll pass.
Alright, untap. You have how many cards now? 2?
3.
3. Alright, untap. Draw. I'll attack for 6.
Alright, I'll use the Rainbow Veil for red. I'll bolt the Curt Ape.
Okay.
I'll take 4. I'll go to 8.
And 5 cards. I will say go.
Yeah.
Right,
You
so I
the
get
veil.
the Rainbow Veil. Yep.
Yep. Tap. Draw. Alright, I'll tome.
Okay.
I'll play another Plains. And I'll pass.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Attack for 4.
Yep, go to 4.
Play a forest. And I will fireball you for 4.
Yep, it's game.
That mulligan hurt you. Hurt you a lot.
Yeah. But I didn't really have anything to really do.
Something like that. Let's see. 1. 2, 3. All right, we'll see what that does. Caffeinated said he's loving the burn from both of us, of course. We're both running with the burn spells.
Yeah, you got that. What that Urnham was what, like turn 2 or something?
Yeah. I drew the second Mox to play it on turn 2, which was pretty huge. You can just do whatever, you're fine, man.
Alright, I'll be on the play again.
Good luck, my friend.
Yep, you too.
Thank you. You good?
Yeah, I'll keep.
I'll keep as well.
You play planes and a land tax.
Okay.
I'll pass.
All right. Draw. Taiga. Kurdik. Go ahead.
Yep. Draw. Well, swords the 8.
Okay. I'll gain 2. 22.
Yep. And I'll pass.
Untap. Draw. Scripts rights. Go ahead.
All right. Draw. I'll pass.
All right. Untap. Draw. Attack for 1.
Yep. 19.
All right. Kurdik.
All right.
6 cards. Go ahead.
Draw. Play mountain and circle protection red.
Sure.
And I'll pass. 5 in hand.
Untap. Draw. Forest. Attack for 3.
Yep. Go to 16.
Yep. And I'm gonna bolt you now,
Okay. We got a 13.
and you can go. 1, 2, 3, 4,
That
5 cards.
draw. Play planes.
Yep.
I'll disintegrate the sprites
Okay.
and I'll pass. 4 in hand.
Untap. Draw. Attack.
Use the protection.
Okay. I will bolt you.
Yep. Go 10.
Scripts rights.
Yep.
And forest. Go ahead.
Yep. Draw. Play plateau.
Yep.
Play an icy
Sure.
and I'll pass.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Attack for 3.
Yep. Go to 7.
Granite Gargoyle.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep. Draw. Play pearl
Yep.
and I'll pass.
Untap. Draw. Declare my attack.
All right. I'll tap the sprites.
Okay.
Dicey.
And I will attack with these 2.
All right. I will use circle protection.
Okay. 4 cards. Go ahead.
Tap. Draw. I cast Wrath of God.
Okay.
And I'll pass.
And step. Shatter your icy.
Yep.
Untap. Draw. Llanowar Elves.
Yep.
Go ahead. 3 cards.
Tap. Draw. Play a moat.
Okay.
I'll pass.
Untap. Draw. Soul Ring. Go ahead.
Tap. Draw. I'll disenchant the Soul Ring.
Sure.
And I'll pass.
Untap. Draw. Go ahead.
Draw. I'll pass.
Five cards. Go ahead.
Draw. Play an every tower.
Cards in hand.
4.
Okay.
I'll pass.
All right. Draw. Go ahead. 6 cards.
Tap. 4. Draw. Pass with 5 in hand.
Draw. 7 cards. Go ahead.
Tap. I gain 1. Go to 8.
Yep.
Draw. Play a second every tower.
Sure.
And I'll pass with 5 in hand.
Draw. I'm gonna scoop this one up.
I did have my win condition in my hand. Eventually, I would have played.
I had 6 land in my hand at the end of the game, and then I drew another Llanowar elf. So it's like, yeah, not worth holding on to it, because you're gaining 2 life that turn, and then it was gonna be more after that. So there's no way it was gonna fireball you out, obviously. So. We'll see what happens in game number 3. I will go first. Good luck, my friend.
All right. Yep. Look to you too.
I will mulligan.
Okay.
Mulligan the 5 land 2 shatter hand. My deck needs to put something on the table. I'm not saying that shatters aren't good against you, but I need to put some pressure on you.
Yeah, you need creatures like immediately.
Yeah. I'll keep this one, and I'll put no. We'll do that on the bottom. All right, ready?
Yep.
We go Taiga, Kurdape. Go ahead.
Draw. Plateau, Lotus. Fractal Lotus for white. Nope.
Okay.
Pass.
Untap. Draw. Llanowar Elves. Taiga, go ahead.
Yep. Draw. Winds of Change.
Sure. I've got 3 that I'm going to shuffle in.
I've got 5.
One, two, three.
2, 5. Yeah, play Ruins of Shakar and pass.
Untap. Draw. Granite Gargoyle. Go ahead.
Draw. Alright, all sorts the gargoyle.
Okay, I'll gain 2. 22.
And play Rainbow Veil and pass.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Mox. Urnham Gin.
There.
And I will pass.
Tap. Draw. I'll cast Divine Offering on the Emerald.
Sure.
I'll pass.
Untap. Draw. Go ahead. 3 cards in hand.
Tap. Draw. And I'll pass.
Draw. Go ahead. 4 cards.
Draw. Pass.
Draw. Go ahead. 5 cards.
Draw. Circle Protection green.
Sure.
Pass.
Draw. Script Sprites. Go ahead.
Alright.
5 cards.
Tap. Draw. And I'll pass. I got
Untap.
6 in hand.
You have 6? Okay, I've got 5. Draw. Attack with the sprites.
Alright, I'll use the Circle Protection.
Sure. Go ahead.
Draw. Alright, I'll pass with 7.
Untap. Draw. Attack.
Yep. COP.
Yep. Soul Ring.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 cards. Go ahead.
Yep. Draw. Chaos Orb.
Sure.
I'll pass.
Untap. Draw. Attack with the script sprites.
Alright, I'll take it. Go 19.
Tranquility.
Alright.
6 cards. Go ahead.
Yep. Draw. Play Strip Mine.
Mm-hmm.
Or for another moat.
Okay.
And I'll pass. You get the
End
Rainbow Veil.
step. I'm going to disenchant your Chaos Orb. Right. Untap. I get your Rainbow Veil. Draw. Attack for 1.
Alright.
Put you at 18.
Go to 18.
And then I will chain lightning you.
Okay. I'll go to 15.
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah. Draw. Will this enchant the soul ring?
Sure.
No, pass.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 1.
Yep. 14.
Six cards. Go ahead.
Yeah. Draw. Play a ruby.
Yep.
And I'll pass.
Card breaker. I have the veil. It's untapped. It's right here. He's got it tapped on his side because obviously we are in different states, so he can't physically give it to me. Untap. Draw. Attack for 1.
Alright. 13.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. Go ahead.
Draw. Circle protection red.
Sure.
And I'll pass.
Untap. Draw. Attack with the script sprites.
Yep. We go to 12.
Mishra's Factory.
Okay.
Go ahead. 7 cards.
Draw. Alright, I'll pass.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 1.
I'll bolt the sprites.
Okay. I'll play another one.
Yep.
7 cards. Go ahead.
Draw. Alright. Play a land tax. Yeah. Yep.
Sure. I'm going to respond by activating my Mishra's Factory.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
And then end step. This is going to go back to
Yep.
tapped.
Yep. And I passed.
Untap. Draw. Attack with the script sprites.
Alright, I go to 11.
Move to my end step.
Okay.
You have anything before I discard?
Nope.
I'm going to get rid of an Urnum Chain. You can go.
Yep. Tap. Draw. Two, 3. Alright, I'm gonna play a plateau.
Okay.
3. Play a land's edge.
Sure.
Then I'll pass.
End step, bolt you.
I'll use the circle protection.
Okay. All right, and then I get the land back.
Yep.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 1.
All right, we got a 10.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right. Let's see. At end of your turn. Yep. I will. I'm gonna strip one of my plateaus.
Hold on.
Yep.
I mean, your strip mine's in your graveyard because that's to activate it. Yeah, that's going to resolve.
Okay.
And you have how many cards in your hand?
5.
5. I'm going to use your Land's Edge to hit you for 2 with a mountain.
I'm going to sack the ruins at your card to float 2 white. I'll use one of those to prevent the damage from the Land's Edge.
Okay. Alright.
Yep.
I got nothing else. So you burn 1?
Yep, I burn 1.
Yeah, put you at 9.
Yep, untap.
Oh, yeah, this is still on my side. Yeah.
Yep, I'll land tax.
Sure.
Grabbed 2 mountains and a plains.
Sure.
Draw. I'm going to play a plains.
Mm-hmm.
Then discard 6 lands.
Okay.
Do
12 damage.
Yep.
I'm at 10.
Play another land tax.
I'll respond.
Okay.
I'm going to activate the factory.
Yep.
You have 1 card?
Yep.
Okay. Are you ending your turn?
Yes.
This goes back to you tapped.
Yep.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 1.
Alright, you got 8.
Yep. And you have 1 card?
Yep.
Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards.
Draw. I'll discard a Dwarven Ruin to deal 2 more damage to you.
Okay. How many?
And I'll pass.
Untap. Draw. Attack with the Scripts Rights.
Yep, you got a 7.
I go to my end step. I've got 8 cards. Do you have anything?
Okay.
Anything before I discard?
No.
Okay. I will discard an Ernum Gem, and you can go.
Alright. Draw. Got 4.
It's gonna hurt.
I'll play a tome.
I'll respond by dealing 8 damage to you.
Oh no. Yeah.
I was waiting for a wrath or a tome.
Yep. Ooh, that was fun though. Yeah, I don't know if I should have played. Like, that's what I was worried about. I was wondering if you were gonna discard when I played that other planes. Maybe you would discard. That's why I played it, because I was worried about needing mana.
I was hoping for another tranquility, but obviously things worked out in my favor, so that was definitely fine. So
yeah, no, that's what I was. I was like, I kind of want to run in clock.
Yeah, you.
But I wanted to get that other.
Yeah, you didn't. You got the land tax to go online once, and that was it, which was good for me.
Yeah.
So you could have done. You could have tapped for mana at some point in time to give it to me, so that you could have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a like a mana sink.
Well, with the circle of protection, when you had the circle of protection on the table, you did.
Oh,
because you can just say, I'm going to prevent the next damage from, my Curdape, because I had a red source. Okay. There was red sources on the table, so yeah, you could have sunk the mana into that. So just like the turn that you burned for 1. And
I could have sunk.
You could have sunk it into the circle of protection to prevent from one of the red sources that was on the table. So
yeah. No, a little misplay, but I just put this deck back together because last week somebody was.
It's not an easy deck to pilot. It has definitely got some weird interactions, and I'm just glad you didn't get the Ivory Tower online this game, because that would have been a bitch.
Yeah, if I sit with it if I get the Ivory Tower, then I'm just like, I don't even care if like.
Yeah, if you get the Ivory Tower, like, you just do nothing, because you're going to get to the point where you're just gaining more life than I'm dealing damage. So,
last week somebody was playing like a land tax burn deck, but they weren't playing with the Land's Edge.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me go back to that and see if I can get it to work again, because it's something I've always enjoyed playing a lot, because I think it is kind of difficult, and I like all the different versions you can play.
Mm-hmm. So, all right. Well, thank you for the games as always. I appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, and good luck in your next couple of rounds. All right. Take care.
Yep, you too. See ya.
Alrighty, well, we got there, chat. So we're going to again take a look at what we are running today. This is the red and green Aggro Midrange deck that I am running today, and we were able to steal that match, which is definitely a good thing. It definitely feels good to be able to pull that off in round number 1. So I'm going to see so many land taxes now that he's playing pre-modern. Yeah, probably, definitely so. But a friend of mine named Jeremy is getting into old school, so he's on a bit of a budget. So he has built a red-green mid-range deck, and I wanted to play this, to show him that it can do well. But I added a couple of things. I added the 2 Moxen, and I added the Chaos Orb. So those are things that are obviously not the least expensive cards in the world, and they make it so that the deck is a lot less budget friendly. Now, obviously, I am fully aware that Berserks are not cheap at all, but Jeremy has a couple of unlimited Berserks already, so hence the reason that I'm running the 1 Berserk in the upper right hand corner, as he is running in his deck. So Curdape's channel, 3 Fireballs, a Regrowth, a Berserk, 4 Bolts, 4 Chain Lightnings, 19 lands, the 2 appropriate color mocks, and a Soul Ring. Then we've got 4 Granite Gargoyles, 4 Scrib Sprites, 4 Serendipity Freets, and 4 Llanowar Elves, plus 4 Giant Growths. Yeah, this is definitely it's an aggressive archetype. It's a good archetype for beginners when people are just getting into old school because of the fact that it is extremely inexpensive to put this together. So if you go with white bordered Curd Apes and white bordered versions of anything that is possible in here, you take away the two Moxen and the Chaos Orb, and then replace them with a couple with like another. Say another white bordered City of Brass, maybe another Fireball, and that's it. So yeah, budget decks work. Old school Magic isn't always about how much money you can spend. So obviously, if you have a Berserk in the deck, you are going to be spending about $100 on that. But after that, if you get white bordered versions of everything other than the dual lands, Taigas aren't cheap, I'm not going to lie, but you can always run basics instead of running the dual lands, and then run a couple more copies of white bordered Cities of Brass. So, all in all, it is relatively inexpensive to make this budget friendly and whatnot. You don't have to do, what I did with, the Christopher Rush signed lightning bolts, the 3 artist proof chain lightnings, and the artist proof of the Mishra's Factory, and you don't have to have a Beta Chaos Orb and things like that. You can play budget decks, and something like this can be converted to a fairly budget friendly deck. The sideboard I can't say is all that budget friendly because Concordant Crossroads and Falling Stars and Icy Manipulators are not very cheap, and neither is Wheel of Fortune. But you can always play different things instead of those. Like you don't need to run the Ice Storm, you can run Stone Rain instead. Falling Stars, you can run Earthquakes instead of them. Concordant Crossroads, you could I don't know there's another green 1 mana world enchantment that's not I can't recall what it's called right now, but it was reprinted in Chronicles, so there's a white bordered version of it. Concordant Crossroads serves 2 different purposes. Concordant Crossroads, obviously, being a world enchantment, it can deal with the Abyss, but also being a world enchantment, it could have dealt with the Land's Edge, which would have been fine. Yeah, Revelation. Thank you, Earthworm Jim. Revelation. It's a 1 green mana, and then with Concordant Crossroads, we get into a pickle. It can, if we suspect that there's going to be some heavy removal, you play the Concordant Crossroads, and everything has haste. So, like against that deck, a Concordant Crossroads wouldn't have been bad because of the fact that I would have been able to give something haste and then attack with it on that turn had it not been for the moat. But yeah, game 2, I had to concede game 2. There was really not a whole heck of a lot that I was going to do. I could have, in theory, gotten back into that deck with only the 1 Tranquility in my deck, but I boarded in that second one for game number 3. So it could have happened, but I would have needed to feign the fact that he was going to be gaining all that extra life and whatnot, and just game 2 just didn't seem like it was actually all that winnable with 2 Ivory Towers on the table, and he was about to start gaining 2, 4, and 6 life each turn. So with that, I do appreciate everybody who's here. We have 2 more rounds to go. This is my regularly scheduled stream where I play 3 rounds of Old School Magic every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So don't forget to follow and turn on those notifications so that you know when I go live. Now, it seems like we got a little bit of time left, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take a quick break, and then after the break, I will I'm going to open up one of these packs from Card Garden. So please don't touch that dial. I'll be back with more Old School Magic. Stick around. We are back. Appreciate you all sticking around. So one of the cool things is that those little clips that play in between for me. Now that last one that it was showing is one of my favorite moments here on the stream, where I used a volcanic eruption, which is a triple blue and X spell. Destroy X target mountains, and then each creature and each player takes X damage. And then that little highlight that was showing right there at the end before I came back, where I played a blood moon and then used the volcanic eruption to destroy 4 of my opponent's lands, and then take out 3 of his Sarah Angels. That was actually pretty cool. It's been a little over a year since that happened, but that was against John. That was the coolest thing that happened that night. It was one of the coolest things that's happened here on the stream, and that's why I had to make sure that we did that. Thank you for the follow there, everybody. I definitely appreciate that. So I'm going to switch over, real quick. We're going to talk about Card Garden. Card Garden sponsors the stream. Card Garden has been in business for a number of years. They've had over 25,000 transactions completed over on TCG Player, all with 100% positive feedback. You can go to the link tree for Card Garden, and you can follow Card Garden over follow them over on TCG Player. You can follow Doug Johnson, who owns Card Garden, over there on Twitter. But you'll see there at the very top it says Patreon personally crafted mystery boosters. So what is that? So if you support Card Garden in one of the 3 tiers, the pedal tier is $20 a month, the gilded tier is $50 a month, and the jeweled tier is $100 a month. Every pack, you'll get a crafted pack that is sent to you. Now, when you sign up to be a Patreon member for Card Garden, you get sent a questionnaire that asks you about the formats that you play, the colors that you like to play, some various other questions like, do you like foils, do you like foreign cards, things of that nature. And then the packs are crafted to the individual. So every pack is guaranteed to have equal or higher value than the subscription level based on TCG Player pricing. If you're, say, for example, if you're at the $20 level, you'll be getting at least $20 in cards you want, based on the document that you filled out, and whatnot. With tiered pricing for your preferences, free shipping, and the ability to swap out your pack once if you're not satisfied. So you have nothing to lose. So with that, we're going to bring you here. So Card Garden, this is my $20 pack for the month from Card Garden, and I have not opened it, and I am very anxious to do so here on the stream. So let's take a look at what $20 can get you a month if you support Card Garden. Now, the very first thing you're going to see is this treasure token with the Card Garden Lotus and magic card emblem there. It says, it's hard to see, but it says breaks open for 1 of whatever mana you need. And then it's a business card for Card Garden. So you've got Card Garden's information, Douglas Johnson, the Card Garden email, and the business phone number as well. And that's going to be in every single pack. Now, this is an old school pack, so we're going to see what we got here. Okay, so we got an unlimited island. We got a whippoorwill that should have flying, but it doesn't. A rune sword. We got nice. We got an unlimited crawworm, a revised counterspell, a revised nether shadow, a revised Llanowar elves, a revised Mahmadi Jinn, and look at that! It's a chain lightning. So yeah, this is the $20 pack. So this is all kinds of cool. We got some really nifty stuff in here. So like, I don't even have a playset of Nether Shadows yet. I don't have a playset of Whippoorwills. I've never run Rune Sword. I don't even know what that card does. Obviously, you've got chain lightnings, but that's still fine. That's cool. All right, so Rune Sword, 6 mana artifact, and then activation of 3 mana and tap. Target attacking creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Any creature damaged by the targeted creature may not be regenerated this turn. If such a creature is placed in the graveyard, remove it from the game instead, so it exiles. If the targeted creature leaves play before end of turn, the rune sword is buried. Okay, so that was something that they had with a bunch of the artifacts that they were linked to. The artifact that gave them the ability. So this is definitely a really cool pack. So let's see how much time we got left. So yeah, we got about 60 seconds until the round technically ends, but how many matches are still outstanding? We'll see how much time I got left. So okay, so there is still another match outstanding, so we should be fine. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to open the Jeweled Tier pack as well. All right, so this one was specifically old school. All right, and you know, you can, if you're a pre-modern player, old school player, if you are if you're into standard, modern, commander, things of that nature, you know, when you go and fill out your form, it's going to ask you these questions, and the packs are going to be tailored to the formats that you play, the colors that you play, or whatnot. So if you play commander and suppose, you know, your commander is, say, one of the forms of Nicol Bolas, it doesn't matter which one because they're all red, black, and blue. So the cards are going to be tailored to those colors. So it's going to be, you know, artifacts is going to be red, blue and black cards and things of that nature. If you like foreign cards, you'll get you might get some foreign cards. If you like signed cards, you might get some signed cards. You know, if you know you want a surprise me pack, you're going to get a surprise me pack. So, all right. So this is the jewel tier. So this is the top tier. This for 100. So again, we got a treasure token.
Round timer ended.
Round timer ended. That's fine. Okay. So we're going to reveal these one at a time. Ooh, wow. Okay, so well, we're doing good out of the bat there with a Beta Dark Ritual. I'm definitely not disappointed with that. Another Chain Lightning. All right, so these packs were given to me out at random. So, you know, obviously when they gave them to me, they did not know that I was going to get a Chain Lightning in each pack. Red Elemental Blast. Library of Lang. Llanowar Elves. Heaven's Gates. Also, it changes color of one or more target creatures to white until end of turn. Ooh, Siphon Soul. That's a fun one. 3 mana. Deals 2 damage to each opponent, and then you gain life equal to the life lost. Now, the funny thing about Siphon Soul is the very, very suggestive flavor text. It says, "Her lips suck forth, see where it flies." So... it is a quote from Christopher Marlowe, The Tragical History of Dr. Faustus. So it is a real life quote. So, all right, and then we got Beta Mountain. Oh, with a good picture. This is the sea picture. So this is the nice one, and then we've got a revised Wild Growth. So this is the $100 pack. So we definitely got some money there. This Dark Ritual is definitely something really, really cool. You know, so we got the Dark Ritual and the Chain Lightning as the most money, and then the Heaven's Gate obviously has some value. And you'll see that the cards all have some value, some play wise. So even the more common cards like the Library of Lang, the Llanowar Elves, the Wild Growth, and the Red Elemental Blast, obviously they have some play. So these are not cards that are just, you know, the chaff that you pick up off the draft tables. This isn't just stuff that is going to be, you know, hanging around. You're not going to get, you know, 14 copies of, you know, whatever random crappy common or whatever. You're not going to end up getting, like, you know, laces and things like that. I don't know, you could end up getting a beta lace or something at some point in time. I'm not sure. But yeah, so that was that. And that's from Card Garden. So we definitely got some cool stuff there. So you know, and again, those were crafted for, you know, as if it was for an old school player, and you saw that there. Now, if I had said that I wanted foreign cards, then it's the possibility I could get foreign white bordered or foreign black bordered cards that are in fact old school legal. Now, one thing is that DJ has said that he's not going to be putting any of the Time Spiral time shifted cards in any of the old school packs. So if you do end up becoming a patron of Card Garden, you will not get time shifted cards in your packs. So that means that, you know, it's going to be something from Alpha Beta Unlimited Revised 4th edition, and maybe Chronicles, and then the original sets, the Four Horsemen, of course, with Arabian Nights, Antiquities, Legends, and the Dark, possibly some Fallen Empires in there as well. So I appreciate the follow there. That is JPat1983. Appreciate you supporting the stream with that follow. I appreciate it. So let's take a look again at today's
new pairing
deck.
received.
New pairing received. Okay, this is a red and green aggro mid-range deck. So now that we have a new pairing, we should be getting our opponent in here fairly quickly. And our opponent is going to be Ryan. Ryan has been on the stream before, so we will welcome Ryan to the stream as soon as he gets here. And then, with the red and green mid-range deck, this is
Round timer started.
what we got going on. So, the stuff that you would expect in a deck like this. So it's pretty straightforward, and if you take out the two Moxen and the Chaos Orb, you could actually make this budget friendly for old school if you go with and the dual land, excuse me, if you go with some white bordered versions of the cards. So definitely pretty cool there. So hoping that we can do okay. Now there's Ryan right there. How's it going?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Welcome back to the stream, my friend. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
How'd your first round go?
I had a bye.
You got a bye. So you beat up on an empty chair. There you go. Buys aren't necessarily bad. So you guys may or may not recall, Ryan's been on the stream before. He's got this sweet playmat with art by Dan Frazier, and that is Healing Salve that is on there. Really, really cool. Distinctive style Dan Frazier has, especially with that cool background. We won't talk about the disembodied hands that aren't really attached to anything. But yeah, Healing Salve isn't the greatest card in Magic history, but it does definitely have some really kick-ass art. So
it is one of my favorite cards, though.
Mm-hmm.
So. I was very close to buying a Summer Magic Healing Salve a couple months back, and I never pulled the trigger. Kind of bummed out.
Yeah, like Healing Salve being a card that isn't like that doesn't see a lot of play. That's going to mean that there aren't going to be a lot of copies of Healing Salve out there, because people weren't when the Wizards employees were taking the Summer Magic out of their dumpster or whatever. They were going for cards that saw play. So.
Right.
There aren't very many Healing Salves out there. So when it comes to cards like that, like a Healing Salve is probably what, $120 or something like that for Summer Magic, something along those lines. So
yeah. Well, it's got the other side going for it in that like people tend to gravitate toward getting the playable ones now.
Right.
So,
right.
It's definitely cheaper than like basic lands.
Oh yeah. Basic lands are a couple $100. So I grabbed my Tranquility for. I think I paid $130 for my Tranquility, $135, something along those lines. So,
yep.
And that's a playable card. I mean, it's mostly sideboard, but all right. You want to choose even or odd?
Yeah, I'll take even.
Okay, even. It is odd. It is a 5.
I
will play first.
I have not drawn this deck.
All right. So good luck.
Good luck to you too.
And we'll see what we can do with this. I'll try this. I'll keep.
Yeah, I'll keep this.
All right, Mountain, go ahead.
All right. Draw. I'm going to see.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. What do I want to do?
Hey, Chad.
Oh, it sounds like you're still in the Discord. If you
Oh,
want
I'm
to,
sorry.
Bump out of that.
I'm on table 7, Chad.
Okay, I think I'm going to just pass.
Okay. I
So
will
there are a lot of weird options in there.
I will play a Taiga and I will pass.
Draw. That is. Mox Jet.
Yep.
City of Rocks.
Sure.
I will play. Dark Ritual.
That's Dark Ritual.
And I will play another Dark Ritual.
Okay, 5 mana.
5 black. Yeah. And then I will add a blue.
Okay.
And I'll use 2 of the black mana
Yeah.
to play Time Twister.
Oh, sure. So you got 3 black?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. So shuffle your rituals back in. Just don't shuffle the twister in. So you pick up the twister and it moved it off screen. It's like, oh, don't shuffle
Yeah,
it in.
those Dark Rituals were in the way. I usually just like set it down right
Yeah,
there so
yeah.
I don't.
Okay, 3 black. So yeah, you can still do some damage with 3 black mana.
Yeah.
Seems good. All right, let's see what we got.
4, 5, 6, 7. The Mox Sapphire.
Yep.
I will
Got 3 black. What do you got?
use 2 of it to cast him to Torok.
That's not very nice. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
1 and 2 is fine.
1 and 2. You get a strip mine and a Curt Ape. 2 good ones.
Alright. So I have 1 black. I'm gonna Ancestral Recall this one.
Seems good for you.
2, 3.
You have how many cards now?
7.
Okay.
And I am gonna burn 1 and pass.
All right. All right, 19. So I will draw. I will play a Taiga and a Scrib Sprites.
Sounds good.
And I will say go.
Draw. Okay. I'm gonna play Strip Mine.
Okay.
And then I will take 1, go to 18.
Yep.
Play Underworld Dreams
Sure.
and pass.
Untap. Upkeep. I will draw and take a point. I'm at 19. I will play a forest. I will attack you for 1.
17.
And I will play an Urnum Gem.
I'll power sync that for 1.
Okay. And you can go.
Untap. Draw. Play Forest.
Yep.
Play Icy Manipulator.
That's an icy.
And pass turn.
Untap. Upkeep. I will draw and take a point. I'm at 18. Declare my attack.
Yeah. I'll do nothing. Go ahead. You're good.
What was that?
Oh, you're good.
Okay. I will attack for 1.
Go to 16.
And then I'm going to cast Chain Lightning upon you.
Chain Lightning upon me. All right. Go to
Is that
13.
13? And you can go. 3 cards.
Draw. Ugh. Play Underground Sea.
Okay.
Pass.
How many cards do you have now?
4.
4. Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. I'll take a point. I'm at 17. Declare my attack.
I'll tap it.
Okay. And then I'll cast a Curd Ape.
Cast a Curd Ape. I'm gonna mana drain Curd Ape.
Mana drain the Curd Ape. Sure. And you can go. I've got 3 cards in my hand.
Sure. Oh, jeez.
Right, so you got 1 mana to do something with.
I do. I'm gonna burn one. Go ahead.
Okay. All set?
Yeah.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Declare my attack.
I'll tap the creature.
Okay. And then I will cast a Curd Ape.
Curd Ape's good.
And you can go. 3 cards.
Untap. Draw. Play him to Torah.
Him to Torok. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
2 and 3.
2 and 3. You get a channel and a regrowth.
Okay. Yeah, pass after that.
Untap. 1 card in hand. Draw. I take a point. I'm at 16. Declare my attack.
Sure, yeah, I'll tap the Curd Ape.
Yeah. And then I'll attack for 1.
Okay.
And then I will play another Script Sprites.
Sounds good.
And you can go. 1 card.
Draw. That sounds pretty good. Play Desert.
That is a desert.
And pass to you.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. I will draw and take a point. I'm at 15. I will declare my attack.
I'll tap Curd Ape.
Okay. I will attack with both Script Sprites.
Sure. I'll activate Desert on one of them.
So you take the damage first. You activate the deserts. I will save it with a Giant Growth. So you're taking 2.
I'll flash counter that.
You'll flash counter it? That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So you're taking 2. You're at 9.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can go.
All right.
1 card.
Draw. Are you fucking kidding me?
More lands.
Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Pendlehaven.
I'll strip the pin.
Yeah, I'm going to activate it on the Script Sprite in response. And
Sounds
then
good.
I will declare an attack.
I'll tap the Sprite.
Okay. And then I'll attack you for 2.
All right. Go to 7.
Put you at 7. Cards? 4?
4.
Okay. And I've got 1. How many hymns do you have in your graveyard? 2?
Hymns 2.
Yeah. Alright. I'm just going to play a Soul Ring now.
Okay.
And then I will say go.
Draw. Go ahead. 5 cards.
Untap. Upkeep. I will draw and take a point. I'm at 13. And I will move into my attack.
Okay. I'll tap the Curd Ape.
Yep. And I will say go.
All right. Draw. Play Underground Sea.
Yep.
Pass.
Untap. I will draw, go down to 12. Declare my attack.
Tap the Curd Ape.
Okay. No attacks. I'm going to cast a Granite Gargoyle.
That's pretty good.
And then I will say go.
Draw. Pass turn. 6 cards in here.
Okay. Untap. I will draw, go down to 11. Declare my attack.
I will tap the gargoyle.
Okay. I will attack with the Kurt Ape.
Yeah, a box.
Okay. Puts you at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. 2 cards.
One tap. Draw. Well, the bird's paradise.
Sure.
Pass.
End step bolt you.
Yeah, I gotta take that.
Puts you to 2. Okay.
Yep.
Untap. Draw. I'll take a point. I'm at 10. Declare an attack.
Yeah, I'll tap the card ape.
Okay. Then I'm going to attack with both of these guys.
Alright, I will block the gargoyle
Okay.
and activate Desert on those creature breaks.
Sure. So
Go to
birds die, you take 1.
Yep.
Puts you to 1. I'm going to play a Landware Else.
Okay.
And another gargoyle.
Whoa. Okay.
And
Thank
you can
you.
go. No
Okay.
problem.
Draw. I guess I regrow Ancestral Recall.
Sure. I mean, if you're into drawing cards, that seems like a good play.
If I'm into maybe, possibly, somewhat finding a way not to lose, play it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll just scoop this up in this case. That was a little rough. 4 of the same card in my hand.
Alright, let's see what we can do here. One, two, three. Let's see. Alrighty. Going into game number 2. Do some shuffling up.
I held out as long as I could, but drawing the same useless card 3 turns in a row is not going to do it. And apparently I want to only start this game at 12.
Things happen, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure that whatever card it was isn't going to be useless in every matchup. It just, happened to be useless.
It's a pretty bad card, but not useless.
A buddy asks in chat, how do I get into old school? Well, I would suggest that it really depends on where you are when it comes to Magic. But I would think that you would want to pick a deck that you want to play and try to build a budget-friendly version of it. Now, when it comes to old school here in the U.S., any reprint with the original art and the original frame is legal. So that means that it doesn't have to be Alpha Beta Unlimited. You can go with revised 4th edition, some 5th edition or 6th edition versions of cards as well. So when it comes to like a deck like mine, I mean, white bordered Curd Apes are fairly inexpensive. White bordered Lightning Bolts are like $1 a piece. The hard part is going to be the dual lands, obviously, and then you don't have to put power in your deck. When I tell people about getting into old school, I suggest that they either do something like blue-white with some flyers, or some red-green aggro, or even mono-black, because mono-black is really inexpensive to put together. You can go with Hymn to Torok and Hypnotic Specters and the Rack, and you can put some Pump Knights in there, and then eventually upgrade to some sinkholes or whatnot, or even
and it's Rich's favorite deck.
Yeah, or like Ryan's doing with the Underworld Dreams. And Underworld Dreams isn't super expensive in the grand scheme of old school, but it is still pretty cool. But I would suggest that you have a list of cards that you want, like your more expensive stuff, and then you put some money aside, like every week or every month or whatever, that is specifically to buy those expensive cards. If you have some extra money, you do one of two things: pick up something that's a little less expensive, or put it towards that savings towards something big. And keep your eye on the prize when it comes to those big cards. Do not spend that money when it comes to the big cards on anything else other than the bigger cards that you want. That would be my biggest suggestion. That was something that I learned back in the 80s when I collected baseball cards, was that you go for the expensive stuff and pick up a few smaller things along the way, but don't ever spend your money on the big stuff. Your money that's for the big stuff, don't ever spend it on anything else. You can get white bordered Cities of Brass. You're even allowed to use the World Championship cards, so the ones with these backs with the gold borders. So if you want to get gold bordered versions of, say, City of Brass or Birds of Paradise or something along those lines, the gold bordered versions are a lot less expensive, and you can get some cool looking versions of some of the cards. Like my counter spells are they're foreign black bordered counter spells. They are signed by Mark Poole, but you don't have to get this fancy. You can go with the World Championship ones, which are like $1 or $2 a piece, or like 4th edition, which is like less than $1 or something along those lines. And then if you do decide that you want to play old school Magic with us on Tuesday nights, proxies are allowed. Just make sure that your proxies are something that we can tell what they are. So just scribbling on a basic land kind of is whatever. If you want to use an Ice Age Icy Manipulator for a proxy for the ones that are legal in old school, you can do that on Tuesday nights. I would definitely suggest you get a webcam, and when you do play webcam games, that you play hardwired. You don't use your Wi-Fi. So, all right. With that, let me shuffle that real quick again, because of the fact that I just revealed where the red elemental blast in my deck is. No surprise that I'm running red elemental blast in my red deck, and you're running blue cards.
No.
All right. I'm assuming you're playing first.
Yeah, I'll be on the play.
Okay. Good luck, my friend.
Same to you.
Yeah, you're welcome, everybody. Yeah, anytime. And then if you ever want to reach out to me, it's like my contact information is right there up above the live totals. My email is richtwitchstream@gmail.com. You can reach out to me there, or you can find me on Facebook or on Instagram or Twitter. If you message me on Instagram, I'm really bad at checking my Instagram messages, just letting you know. So, and since I don't get notifications on Instagram messaging, it could take some time. There have been times where it's taken 3, 4, 5 weeks for me to get in touch with somebody who messaged me through Instagram, because of the fact that I did not know that they messaged me on that platform. So, all right, you good?
Yep.
I'm gonna try this.
Okay. I'll go Bayou Birds.
Sure.
Pass.
All set?
Yep.
Okay. Draw. I'm gonna go Forest Script Sprites. Go ahead.
Sure. Underground Sea. Hymnatorial.
Okay. Not thrilled with this, but we'll see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Yep.
And you get Chaos Orb and Granite Gargoyle.
Alright, pass to you.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 1.
19.
Go ahead.
Draw. Play Bayou.
Mm-hmm.
Play Demonic Tutor.
Okay. Hey chat, he probably got an ancestral recall with that.
And I will tap the birds.
Uh-huh.
And I'll tap Bayou and play Chaos Orb.
Oh, Chaos Orb. Okay.
Pass.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 1.
Sure. 18.
Script Sprites.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Untap. Sure.
5 cards.
Play Strip Mine.
Oh boy. My range of pores.
I will play Dark Ritual.
Okay.
And I will play this.
It's a lot of mana. 3, 4, 5.
Demonic Lord.
Yeah, that's a thing. Okay.
Pass.
He's got an upkeep of triple black?
3 black.
3 black. Okay. Untap. Draw. I'm gonna play him out. And his power and toughness is what? 5/5?
5 black.
Okay. I'm gonna attack with both script sprites.
Alright, go to 16.
And I'm gonna say go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards.
One second. Keep. I will pay 3 black like this.
Yep.
Okay. That's interesting. Strip the mountain.
I'm gonna add red in response.
Sure. Move to attacks.
I'm going to bolt your bird.
Okay. Actually, let's. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I will. Declare no attackers.
Okay.
I'll destroy your forest.
It's just tap to destroy the land?
Yep.
Okay.
And pass.
Untap. Draw. Swing 2.
14.
Go ahead.
Untap. I'll keep like this.
Mhm.
Draw. Smash 5.
I'll take it.
Go ahead.
14. Untap. Draw. Strip mine on your underground sea.
Oh boy.
Attack for 2.
I think I'm gonna lose. 12.
And then the demonic horde is going to become tapped, right? So.
Yeah, and you get to destroy one of my lands.
Yeah. Okay. 3 cards. Go ahead.
Sure. Untap. Upkeep.
Do you have anything with the trigger on the stack? Do you want to use any mana or anything like that?
I do. I'm gonna activate Chaos Orb.
Yeah. Okay, so you're using your Chaos Orb on one of my script sprites?
Yep.
Okay.
Use the hordes.
Yep. Ooh. Okay. And then we'll get rid of the white bordered one.
The whiteboard?
The white bordered one. Yeah.
Okay. Tapped one.
That's
Interesting.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
Yeah.
Put you to 10. I will play a Tigra into a Llanowar Elves.
Okay.
And you can go.
All right.
Yeah. I'm assuming with the trigger on the stack, you're going to tap it to destroy my Taiga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pass.
Untap. Draw. I'm going to attack with these for 2.
I'm gonna go to 8.
And you can go 5 cards.
Untap.
So this becomes tapped.
Draw. Play Trap Call.
Yep.
Pass.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
6.
Put you at 6. Go ahead, 6 cards.
Alright. Draw. Pass.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
Draw.
Script sprites.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Draw. Yeah. Go ahead.
Untap. Attack for 4.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't believe I didn't draw another black mana source. I was like, strip mine could happen, but I'll draw another black mana land.
Yeah, like, I mean, I had to get really lucky with getting that strip mine when I did, because if I didn't get that, then I was cruising for a bruising pretty quickly. So.
I also had 3 blue blasts in my hand.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. And then I kept on playing green spells. Oh, man. So we are...
One more turn, I think.
If you had one more turn with the hordes, I think you were fine.
Yeah. And I could have gone Ritual into Royal Assassin, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which would have been helpful.
Yep. So, all right. Thank you for the games, my friend. I appreciate it.
I'm Flister and 2 power sinks.
2 power sinks. Oh, wow.
I'm only playing 2 Hymn to Torah.
Okay. Oh, so what was in your hand in game 1 that was you said was useless?
4 Instill Energies.
Oh, Instill Energy? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. With the, with the hordes, that seems all right.
Yeah, Hordes or Assassin.
Yep, just like, shotgun stuff.
Yep.
So, yeah, as long as it's been in play, it's fine, right? Because it can attack as though it had haste, but it can't use its ability as though it had haste. But even still, you start shotgunning people's lands. It's pretty ridiculous, not going to lie. So, all right. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
Take care.
Yeah.
Well, we got their chat. So we are currently 2-0. Let's take a look at what we are running today. This is today's deck, a red and green aggro mid-range deck. Playing this again, just something along the lines of iBuddy was talking about, is that a friend of mine is getting into old school, and obviously old school on a budget is a thing, and he needs to be careful with the money that he spends. So with that, he has a red and green aggro mid-range deck that he's been putting together, and I tried to play my version of his deck today on the stream. So Kurt Apes and Channel and Fireball and Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning, those are all fairly inexpensive cards. Chain Lightning is more expensive than the rest, because Chain Lightning, you only get the Legends printing of the card. But with you've got white-bordered versions of Curt Apes and Channels and Fireballs and Lightning Bolts. You could take out the 2 Moxen and add some lands, and you could take out the Taigas to add other basic lands as well. And you don't really need the Chaos Orb. It's just kind of cool to have. You could end up having some kind of another removal spell of some sort in the main deck if you wanted, or you could just cut it down to 60 cards if you wanted. Regrowth is, again, white bordered 4th edition. Granite Gargoyles are in revised white bordered, so it's like probably $20 for a whole playset. Urnham Djinns are relatively inexpensive if you get white bordered versions of them, because they were in Chronicles, and then Script Sprites, Land of War Elves, and Giant Growths, again, 4th edition, something along those lines. White bordered Pendle Havens aren't super expensive. So if you did decide that you wanted the Berserk in the deck, that's where your money is. That's $100 right there, and then the Taigas obviously are something that has some value there. You can play Revised Soul Ring; those are like $10-15, something along those lines. So they're not super duper expensive, I don't think. But this is what I got going on, and then out of the sideboard we have Red Elemental Blasts, and we've got Concordant Crossroads, a couple of Shatters, 2 copies of Falling Star, 1 Icy Manipulator, 2 copies of Tranquility, 1 Wheel of Fortune, a Tormod's Crypt, and an Ice Storm. So out of the sideboard, if you wanted to make some changes, you could. Concordant Crossroads aren't cheap. Even the white bordered versions aren't cheap, and Falling Stars aren't cheap either. Ice Storm isn't like super expensive, but you can get unlimited versions of them, but it was only Alpha Beta Unlimited, and then obviously Collector's Edition and things. So you can also go with Stone Rain in its place. Wheel of Fortune, that's a super expensive card, so you can go without that. It's not going to be an issue if you are. Icy Manipulator has gone up, so an unlimited version is like $100. If you're playing in Tuesday Night Gauntlet, if you're playing with the Paladins, you can play with the Ice Age version as a proxy, so that's not going to be an issue. But you could always put Mazavith in its place, which is starting to go up in value. It's not super duper expensive, but it is still it's not like the cheapest card in the world. I think they're in the $30 range now, even though they're a common from that set. But they were a common that was. They're printed on the common sheet only once on the common sheet, so it's just one of those things where they have the same rarity technically as like some of the uncommons in the dark. But Tormod's Crypts, there's white bordered versions of Crypts, or you could get the Time Spiral version as well from the original Time Spiral time shifted. So yeah, that's what we got going on. We're currently 2-0 with this, so this is we're doing all right, and hoping that maybe we can do something when it comes to round number 3. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. Nothing is guaranteed, of course, so we'll have to figure out a way maybe that we can pull off a victory. But we're definitely going to have to. Figure some stuff out, because you never know what is going to happen. So we'll go in. We'll see what we got going on. So we do have a decent amount of time left in this round. So with that, we'll talk about Card Garden. If you go to the Card Garden link tree, you can see that it's linktree/cardgarden. That's linktr.ee/cardgarden. And with that, you're going to see that we've got the link tree that is shown here. The top one is their Patreon commander deck lists. You can place an order directly. You can follow on Twitter or go to the TCG Player Store. With that, on TCG, Card Garden has over 25,000 transactions with 100% positive feedback. There's also some sales from time to time through the Card Garden Twitter account, which is run by Douglas Johnson. That's at Rose of Thorns. That's at Rose0F Thorns. And you can just make sure you follow and whatnot. And then if you do join the Patreon, for either $20, $50, or $100 a month through Card Garden. $20 is the pedal tier, $50 is the gilded tier, and $100 is the jewel tier. You get an artisan pack that is crafted to you for the formats that you play. As we opened earlier on the stream, we opened a pedal tier pack and a jewel tier pack, and you are guaranteed to get at least the value of your sponsorship tier out of the pack. So the $20 pack is going to get you at least $20 worth of cards. And it's not going to be filled with a whole bunch of jank. It's not going to be filled with a bunch of bulk rares and things like that. They're going to be cards that you could play in decks. Like when I opened up cards like Wild Growth and Red Elemental Blast. Those are playable cards in old school formats. Chain Lightning, Mamadi Jin sees some play, Land of War Elves, Crawlworm, Counterspell. Those, they see play. So you're going to, you can pick old school, you can pick pre-modern, you can pick modern, you can pick standard, you can pick Pioneer, or you can pick Commander. You can pick multiples too. And then, of course, anytime that supporting Card Garden helps support the stream as well. So head on over there and make sure that you follow them there. So don't touch that dial. I'll be back here in a few moments. I'm going to take a quick break, and then we've got one more round of old school Magic. So please stick around. Welcome back, everybody. I appreciate you all sticking around through the break. I am back. We do still have a little bit of time left before the end of the round. I do appreciate you staying here and seeing what is up. So we are currently 2-0. We've got one more round to play. This is today's deck. Red and green aggro mid-range. Yeah, some people might say that, well, how can it be aggro and mid-range at the same time? Well, it's because it can be either aggressive or it can be mid-rangey. It's got some more late-game stuff. So a lot of times with an aggro deck, you're not going to have things for the late game. You're going to put on a lot of pressure early and then kind of fizzle out. Now, with things like the fireballs and the Urnum Gens and the Granite Gargoyles, we have some things to do later on in the game. So it isn't just about throwing down a Curd Ape or a Script Sprite and then trying to go to town with things like that. You know, we don't have Elvish Archers. We don't have Argothian Pixies in here. You know, we don't have all those Lord of the Ground creatures and whatnot, but we do have some ways to do things in all parts of the game, which is obviously a good thing, which is something that you want to try to do anytime that you are building any kind of deck. You just want to make sure that you have things to do in all phases of the game. And when it comes to the mid-range portion of the deck, that gives us some stuff to do. There are going to be a lot of aggro decks that aren't going to run like fireballs, and they might possibly have an Urnum Djinn or two, but probably not very often. You know, it's just going to be a bunch of Lord of the Ground things, quick creatures and burn spells, and then turning things sideways or whatnot. Yeah, and then out of our sideboard today, we've got some Red Elemental Blast, a couple of Concordant Crossroads, 2 Shatters, 2 Falling Stars with Icy Manipulator, 2 Tranquilities, Wheel of Fortune, Tormod's Crypt, and Ice Storm. I chose Ice Storm because it is green and it is not red, so that it can't be blue blasted. The Tranquilities are nice. I decided to play with an Alpha and a Beta today as opposed to playing with a Summer Magic Tranquility, just because. And then my Shatters are, you see those 2 Shatters are Artist Proofs, and then the 1 Falling Star is also an Artist Proof as well, with art respectively done by their respective artists. So the Falling Star has art by Doug Schuler drawn on the back of it, and then the Shatters have art done on the back of them by Amy Weber. So I do have those 3 Chain Lightnings that are signed. Those are actually artist proofs. They are blank on the back, and then my Mishra's Factory is also an artist proof, and that is blank on the back as well. So I appreciate everybody who is here. Just a mental health check. I hope that everybody is doing well. Some people have asked about the semicolon. Remember that a semicolon is used when an author could have chosen to end their sentence but chose not to. That author is you, and the sentence is your life. That is a quote from the founder of ProjectSemicolon.com. ProjectSemicolon.com is a website dedicated to resources to provide information with the goal to reduce the suicide rate here in the United States, because it is just too high. It is not a crisis center. If you do feel that you need somebody to talk to, please reach out to the Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. But please make sure that you head on over to ProjectSemicolon.com, and the link is in the chat. And again, for resources about mental illness, it is something that is near and dear to my heart. Unfortunately, or unfortunately, depends on what you are. I had bad situations, and I'm a 9-time suicide survivor, so it is near and dear to my heart. It has been quite a long time. It's been over a decade since my last suicide attempt, and we're hoping that there is never a number 10. Please, if you or somebody you know is having problems, especially this time of year, it's the holidays. Christmas is right around the corner, Christmas and New Year's, and then Valentine's Day, just a lot of things right in a row where people don't want to feel alone. Just know that you are not alone, and you can reach out. You can get some resources that might maybe help you if you don't live with depression or anxiety or bipolar disorder or whatnot. You can go to projectsemicolon.com and you can get some information so that you can learn, so that maybe you can help somebody out. And then again, if you are in a situation where you feel that suicide is the answer, the Suicide Prevention Hotline is available to you. That's 1-800-273-TALK, 1-800-273-8255. So this is my regularly scheduled stream where I play 3 rounds of old school Magic every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So join me each week at 8 p.m. on Tuesdays. Don't forget to follow and turn on those notifications so that you know when I go live. Also, coming up, I'll be playing some more Final Fantasy Randomizer here on stream on Sundays, December 12th, 19th, and 26th at 8:30 Eastern. So Final Fantasy Randomizer is just what it sounds like. You take the original Final Fantasy for the NES, you shuffle around the location of all of the items, speed up the game a little bit, and then we race. It is a speed run, it is a randomizer, it is retro games, it is all kinds of fun. And I will be racing here on stream on December 12th, 19th, and 26th. Also, coming up after the first of the year, we will be looking into doing weekly pre-modern tournaments. So we're looking to see what we can do about having a weekly 3-round event, so it's not part of a league or anything like that. It's just, one day, you play 3 rounds and that's it. So look for those and information about that coming up here after the first of the year. And then one other thing too is I do plan on doing a New Year's Eve stream. So if you want to be a part of that, you can join my Discord. The link is in the chat right now to join my Discord server. So what I did last year is I played against some of my viewers, and I do appreciate that. I appreciate everything that my viewers do. I think that we're going to do some a couple of different versions of old school, some pre-modern, maybe some Alpha 40. I might do some 7-point singleton. Not exactly 100% sure yet. We do still have some time to hammer that out. But if you join my Discord with the link that's in the chat, then you can you can see when I'm talking about the New Year's Eve stream or about anything in general when it comes to about the stream. Sometimes I'll bounce ideas off people. I post my deck lists early when it comes to my Discord. So if you are part of my Discord, you can see my deck lists. Sometimes it's just a few minutes before the stream starts, and sometimes it's like a half hour to an hour. It really does depend on a couple of factors. But and then you'll know if there's going to be any special streams. You'll know when the pre-modern stuff is going to start up, if you're into that. Pre-modern is nice. It's a pretty cool format. It is 4th edition through Scorch, so it's all of the stuff that was ever Type 2 legal, but I think that was before they called it standard. Anything that was Type 2 legal, there is its own ban list, of course, when it comes to pre-modern. They do not have a restricted list because of the fact that, tutors exist. That means that there is no banned list, there's no restricted list, just a banned list. So, you can't use Vampiric Tutor, you can't use Necropotence, you can't use Force of Will. There's a whole bunch of other things that are not available in the pool, and it is such a great format, and it actually is something that is that brings more nostalgia to me because of the fact that I started playing in Ice Age. So so here are the banned cards. You got Amulet of Quaz because it's a anti-card. Balance, Brainstorm, Bronze Tablet, also an anti-card. Channel, Demonic Consultation, Earthcraft, Entomb, Flash, Force of Will, Goblin Recruiter, Grim Monolith, Jeweled Bird, Mana Vault, Memory Jar, Mind Twist, Mind's Desire, Mystical Tutor, Necropotence, Rebirth, Show and Tell, Strip Mine, Tempest of Freet, Tendrils of Agony, Time Spiral, Temerian Fiends, Tolarian Academy, Vampiric Tutor, Windfall, World Gorger Dragon, Yawgmoth's Bargain, and Yawgmoth's Will. And that is it for banned cards. Anything else that was printed in any time between 4th edition through Scorch. So that's going to include Ice Age Chronicles, Homelands, and Alliances, plus all of Mirage Block, all of the Wrath Cycle, Urza's Broken Block, 5th and 6th edition, Mass Block, Invasion Block, Odyssey Block, and Onslaught Block. So, and what's also nice about pre-modern is they allow either reprints or preprints. So it doesn't matter which version of the card you own, it will be legal in pre-modern. And they also are very lenient with the reprints. They will allow the gold bordered cards, say the World Championship cards, just like these or whatnot. Especially since cards like Gaia's Cradle are super duper expensive. The gold bordered one is still over $200. So, but it sure beats paying $600 or $700 or whatever they are for the Urza Saga versions of them. And Mox Diamond is kind of expensive as well. That's $400-500 there. But I mean, you can build a whole bunch of different decks for on a budget. It's really, really cool, and I'm looking forward to playing some pre-modern here on the stream. I've had pre-modern on the stream, but I've never played pre-modern here on the stream. So it is something that I am looking forward to. And then Caffeinated has said that Aaron, he said that he will play some pre-modern with me on the New Year's Eve stream. So I'm looking forward to that and doing that. I'm slowly amassing some cards. Thank you to Douglas Johnson, DJ over at Card Garden. So with that, we'll take a look and see. We still have some time left in the round. Yeah, we do. So I'm going to take another quick break. I do appreciate it. I know that we got through that round fairly quickly. So I appreciate everybody who is sticking around. So again, don't touch that dial. I'll be back soon with some more old school Magic. All right, we are back. So it looks like we're waiting for one more match to finish up, and then we will be ready to go. And then, oh, well, look, we got a pairing, like right as I said that. So that's a thing. So that means that we are going to be welcoming Chris to the stream here in just a moment. So that'll be good. So we have an opponent lined up, and we are ready, and we are raring to go. Appreciate everybody sticking around for that. Again, here is the red and green aggro mid-range deck that I am running today, and then we will welcome Chris to the stream as soon as he is available, and we will get going with round number 3. So looking forward to this. We are 2-0 right now, which is good. Obviously, winning is definitely a good thing. So we will see what happens when it comes to round number 3. For those who've watched for a little while, you know that there are times where I will flounder in round 3 after starting 2-0. So let's see if maybe tonight's the night. Maybe we can get that Channel Fireball combo off in round 3. How great would that be to get it off, like on turn 2 or something along those lines? That would be awesome. I probably would have had a better shot at it if I had a Lotus in the deck. But, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. So, we'll welcome Chris to the stream as soon as he is ready and raring to go, and we will play. Chris likes to play some really interesting decks. He is, like me, likes to brew decks and things like that. So, we don't know what he's got going on, but speak of the devil, here he is.
Hey, Dan,
how's it
Rich?
going, Chris?
Good. Sorry, I had to run and get a drink and some olives.
I'm having a hard time hearing you. Let's turn up some volumes settings here.
Sorry, my mic was away from my face. I'm
Yeah.
trying to eat some olives, and it's awkward.
Gotcha. Black or green?
It's a mix. It's a very festive mix of olives and some
Ooh.
fava beans, too.
Look at that. Oh,
I
that
know.
looks lovely. They have things like that at they serve stuff like that at the local grocery stores, and my wife hates it
Nice.
when I spend $6 and grab a thing of them, but they're so good. But
It's worth it.
she doesn't
They're
like
healthy,
olives.
too, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have one card that's backwards in here. Everything else is pretty explanatory. The backwards card is a terrible card that I have a stack of and I couldn't find.
Okay.
It's a Necropolis.
Necropolis. Okay.
Yeah, it's a terrible card.
I don't even know what that card does, so we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
This deck is actually designed as like, how can I take like the worst card I can think of and make a deck around it?
All right, but
Here's
now
what
I
we
need to
have.
know, so I'm gonna have to type it in so that
Yeah. It's a card from the dark. It's a wall.
5 mana artifact creature 0/1 wall defender. Exile a creature card from your graveyard is the cost to put X +0/+1 counters on this, where X is the exiled card's mana value. Oh, so if you have like big stuff, you make the Necropolis a huge wall. All right, makes sense.
Yeah. But it costs 5 mana, so it's a
Yeah,
way overcosted card.
right. You can put 2 on 1 and both on 3.
Oh, you can do the same then.
Okay,
Make it easy.
and then you want to choose even or odd?
Always odd.
Always odd. Okay.
Yeah.
It is
Makes
2.
it easy on me.
So it is
Yep.
even. So I will be on the play. Stream of Life in chat wants to know, is it Nini Thomas who does the art for that? That I am not sure.
It is. I believe
is.
you are correct.
Oh, nice. So you said you have a stack of them somewhere, you just couldn't find them before the event.
Yeah, I mean, I have a stack of like horrible the dark cards. I just
Well,
I couldn't.
we all know
find,
that there's a
you know,
bunch
where
of
I put-
those, right? So.
Yeah.
I'm going to ship this back.
I will also. Yep, Nini Thomas. There's one.
There you go.
Yep.
Good call.
My
on
camera,
that.
autofocus doesn't really work well, but it's a beautiful looking card. That's another reason I wanted to run it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got an owl with a skull on it, and just like
There are a lot of cards from Legends in the Dark that just don't see any play that have some amazing art, and it is very unfortunate that they're not playable cards with how awesome the art is on a bunch of these cards.
like Elder Dragon Worm, Quentin Hoover.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That card looks great. It's such a good looking card, but
You can just do whatever. You're fine.
yeah, me too. Go ahead, you too.
All right, I'll keep this one.
I gotta ship this back too. I should have done a better job shuffling after that long last game. 2 1-land hands.
The first one was no lands, but Mox Soul Ring, but nothing I can cast with the Mox of the Soul Ring. So it's like, oh, okay. Well, I guess that's a no.
Okay, I will keep this one. I'm gonna ship back. Sucks getting rid of too early. Okay, I'm good, I guess.
Okay. So I'm going to go Ruby, Forest, Llanowar Elf, Curdape.
Come on,
Go.
it's good first turn.
2 cards.
Buying is a whole lot of force go.
Right. Untap. Draw. Attack for 3.
I take 3.
Puts it 17, and I will say go.
Draw. Versus mine to a Sylvan Library. Go ahead.
Okay. Untap. Draw. You're going to attack for 2.
I'll take the 2.
I'm going to play a Ruby and an Urnamjin.
That is good.
And you can go.
Draw 1. I'll draw 2. I'll draw 3. Place back. I will play a power plant
Mm-hmm.
and a wall of ice.
Wall of Ice. 0-7, right?
Correct.
Okay. All set?
I will pass turn.
Okay.
Yep.
Untap. Well, since you don't have a non-wall, I don't have to give it Forest Walk. Draw. Swing, swing, swing.
I'll block the Urnum.
Giant Growth.
Yeah.
Alright, so take 3. Put you at
I will
12.
take 3.
And you can go. 2 cards.
Draw 1, 2, 3. Back in this corner. Play a land
Ooh.
or a Nevin Ryle disc.
Okay, that's a disc.
Go ahead.
Alright, untap. Draw. Uh, 4, 5, 6, 7. Coming your way.
I'm at 5. See that direct damage.
And you can go.
Alright, well, I'll live another day. 1, 2, 3. My 1. Bizarre Baghdad.
Tsar of Baghdad. Okay. Sadly, you know what those top 2 cards are.
Yeah. will pass turn.
End step, I'm going to bolt you.
Not much I can do to that.
Yep. Untap.
Actually, also in the end step, I'll blow the disc.
Yep, that's fine. Get
Get
me
rid of
off that red source.
Ruby in case, yeah.
Okay. Your Sylvan Library's gone too.
You're correct.
Okay. Draw. Forest, Soul Ring. Go ahead.
Oof. Bizarre.
Yep.
Draw 1. Draw 2. Discard a Colossus, and a Lotus.
Colossus? Oh, so those are going to make Necropolis huge. Big old beastly blockers.
That's right. I'll untap. I will draw. I'll drop a forest, and I will say go.
Okay, untap.
Not looking good for me.
Draw. Yeah, Hammerheim. Go ahead.
Draw. Strip your red source.
Sure.
Go ahead.
All set?
Yeah.
How many cards do you have?
Yep, your turn. 1.
You have 1. Okay. Draw. Taiga Kurdape.
Ooh, there he is.
Go ahead.
Need to rip a killer. Bizarre Baghdad.
Mm-hmm.
1. 2.
Discard 3.
That's it. You got it.
Ooh.
Good game, man.
That one was...
You went off like real well that first hand. That was really nice.
Having
Start.
Like I puttered out for a little bit, but I figured that getting rid of the wall as opposed to doing damage to you was going to be more important, because I only wanted you to prevent the damage once. You know, and that's the way I was looking at it. It was that if I pump the Urnamjin, that means that you're only preventing the damage from attacks once. If I pump one of the other creatures, that means that you're preventing damage more than once. So that was
it was the good play.
Yeah.
I think that was really key.
Definitely would have sucked if you played another one though.
I was hoping for something, you know,
Mhm.
any meat shield for the moment, just to stabilize.
I think we'll try this. Let's do these. 1, 2.
Okay, well, I will go first.
Okay.
Shuffle this a little better. Try not to mulligan this time. That'd be
Yeah, mulligans suck.
yeah.
They're not as bad with
Yeah.
the mulligan rule that we use now, but they still.
Yeah. Oh, I agreed. I do like this. I liked the mulligan rule with the scry. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it
Where you
wasn't
had to
bad,
scry the-
but I think this one makes more sense. You know,
Yeah,
this
I also
one
think the
makes for
scry
more-
gave too much advantage to combo
Yeah, well, or I mean,
decks.
you can combo really likes this mulligan as well, though. So, you know.
It's true.
Did I make a mistake with my sideboard cards and shuffle them in upside down? I did.
That's why I don't like the imaged sleeves. I had a conversation today with one of the game store guys about, you know, they ran out of dragon shields except for the ones with images on them, and I was like, I don't do that because, you know,
Well, I
you
always try to
accidentally do
keep
it
them all the
once.
same way anyway. But,
Yeah.
You can just do whatever. You're fine.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Sorry. This one's going back.
I'll keep. You're good.
Yeah, been cutting myself terrible hands, so
Yeah.
keep it up.
Oh, you beat James last round?
Yes, it did.
That's no easy task.
Yeah, I 2-0'd Chad, and then I 1-1 to James.
Mhm.
I guess I'll keep.
Okay.
So, yeah, the deck is fun and it works. It's just having really bad cuts with you. Go ahead.
Draw. Forest script sprites. Go ahead.
Look. Bazaar. Activate the Bazaar.
Mm-hmm.
Pitch a Diabolic Machine. A Necropolis. And a Regrowth.
Diabolic Machine is a 7 mana 4/4 with regenerate for 3.
Correct.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 1.
Okay.
Taiga. Soul Ring. Go ahead.
Yeah. Got the mana. Sylvan Library.
Sure.
Go right ahead.
End step, lightning bolt you.
Yeah.
Put you at 16.
Yep.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 1.
I'll take the 1.
Granite Gargoyle.
Yeah, love him.
Cards in your hand?
3.
3. Yeah, I'll play Hammerheim and then I'm going to Chain Lightning you.
Okay.
Put you to 12. And you can go. 2 cards.
1, 2, 3. Mine for a Wall of Ice.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Strip mine the tower.
Okay.
Fly for 3.
Take the 3.
Which is a 9. And you can go. 2 cards.
1, 2, 3. Power plant. Good strip mine. Bazaar.
Yep.
Discarding City in a Bottle, Diabolic Machine, and Reincarnation.
Ooh. Okay.
Go ahead.
And you have 1 card?
Yes.
Untap. Draw. 3 in the air.
Yep. 6.
I'm going to drop 2 Kurt Apes. And I'll say
It's
go.
pretty good. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna play a forest.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Untap. Draw. Attack out.
Block a single Kurt Ape.
Yep. So 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've got a lightning bolt.
You got me. Yep.
Yep.
Good game.
What did you have in your hand?
I had a reincarnation in hand.
Reincarnation?
Yeah, it never. Interesting enough, like I had to mulligan both times.
Yeah.
This has definitely been the worst shuffling. I played almost a clone of that deck with Chad, and was really effective.
Yeah.
If I can't get a Diamond Valley on
a friend of mine is getting an old school, so that's why that's why I was playing this deck, because it's very similar to what he put together, because he has a budget version of this together.
Oh, cool.
You know, he doesn't have the Moxen and he doesn't have a Chaos Orb, so he's running a couple of extra lands and whatnot. But we were talking on the stream earlier that you know, it's just one of those things that you can build efficient decks. You don't need the dual lands. You don't need, you know, black bordered this. You don't need power or whatever. Obviously they help sometimes, but like the one game, you know, I would not have been in the game without, you know, the 2 Moxen, but you know, if those were 2 lands instead, then, you know, it's a different game still. So, you know, you have to see.
Yeah, absolutely. It's there are definitely. I play a lot of budget type decks that don't need. I mean, this one did very, very well until this round. I mean,
the Stream Scribe,
each
welcome.
of the games I played, I gained 48 life in one turn on one of them, and then channel Hurricaned for the win.
You have Diamond Valleys in there? Is that?
Yeah, yeah. So it's Necropolis clears the Colossuses and the Diabolic Machines out of the graveyard.
Gotcha. Our friend the Stream Scribe joined the stream. Link is in the chat, so make sure you go and follow him over there. Chris, thank you for the games as always. I appreciate it, man. All right, you have a great night.
Talk to you later, Rich. See ya.
Yep, bye. So we got there. 3-0. We are the winnest. It's been a while since I've had a 3-0, so there's definitely something that is fun. So let's take a look at the red and green aggro mid-range deck that we played today. So we've got Kurt Apes, and we've got Granite Gargoyles, and Scrib Sprites, and Urnamjins, and Llanowar Elves, 20 creatures. And then we pump our creatures with the Giant Growths, or the Lone Berserk. The Berserk never got played. I drew the channel once, but didn't draw a Fireball. So that was a frown. But it does happen. So with all that stuff, obviously we've got some more burn, and then a bunch of lands as well. Pretty straightforward deck. And then if you take out the dual lands and the Moxen and the Chaos Orb, it is fairly budget friendly when it comes to old school Magic. You can replace the dual lands and the Moxen with appropriate colored basics, or maybe a couple of Cities of Brass as well. You don't have to do anything for the Chaos Orb because that's a 61st card. The Berserk is, you know, an unlimited Berserk is around $100, so you know, that's your money card there. But everything else is available in inexpensive white bordered versions, besides the, you know, the dual lands, the Moxen, and the Chaos Orb. So you could put this together relatively inexpensively and still do fairly well with it. And that's what my friend Jeremy has done for his first old school deck. Out of the sideboard is a little bit more expensive. Concordant Crossroads are not cheap, and neither are Falling Stars nor are the Icy and the Wheel of Fortune. But you can get whiteboarded concordant crossroads, but they're like $50 a piece, and then Icy Manipulators Unlimited is 100. So if you're playing in Tuesday Night Gauntlet with Paladin Magic, you can go with the Ice Age Icy Manipulator. But if you're playing in other old school events, you won't be able to use an Ice Age Icy. Instead of Falling Stars, you can play something like you can play a Hurricane and a Earthquake in that spot. There's no real good replacement for Wheel of Fortune, but you may want to consider something along the lines of Jalem Tome. Shatters are relatively inexpensive, as are Red Elemental Blast, Tranquilities, and Tormod's Crypt. If you can't grab an Ice Storm, you can always play one copy of Stone Rain instead. So that's what we got today. So we went 3-0. So we were the winnest, and that was definitely something that is fun to do, and I like it. So I think that we need to do a barrel roll for that. What's everybody think? So we'll do a barrel roll for that. And you know what? I think we'll just do one more just for good measure. So with that, I do appreciate everybody who joined the stream tonight. Again, I will be doing some Final Fantasy Randomizer coming up beginning this Sunday at 8:30 p.m. The next 3 Sundays, December 12th, 19th, and 26th. And then stay tuned for more information regarding weekly pre-modern tournaments that we're going to do on stream after the first of the year. It'll be similar to the Tuesday Night Gauntlet, where it's going to be 3 rounds of pre-modern instead. And then if you want to go ahead and join my Discord channel again, you can. We'll be trying to solidify some things in the next week and a half or so when it comes to a New Year's Eve stream. Last year for New Year's Eve, I played against some of the viewers, some of the people who were from the who had played against in the Tuesday Night Gauntlet and whatnot. So looking forward to doing something very similar to that as well. So with that, I hope you all have a great night, and I will. I guess I will see you next Tuesday. Take care.